Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is a pick a pile tarot reading for you, and it's all about your magical DNA. So we do know what DNA is, but I do believe that our soul also has a DNA. So today we will find out what's your soul's DNA is, what's your origin, and what's your strongest gifts and abilities. I have 3 different piles, so feel free to choose the one that you feel most drawn to, and pause the video if you want more time and to concentrate on specific pile that you want to get your reading on. Also, don't feel bad if you want to get a reading from 2 piles, or you can listen through the whole video because we are complicated creatures, so it's a collective reading. So take only what resonates and what you feel that's kind of like resembles your soul a little bit. So the choice is yours. I will be starting with this pile, and this is going to be the second, and this is going to be the third pile. So either fast forward to your reading or listen through all 3 piles. So for those who want, for you guys who've been drawn to this pile, to this deck, let's see what your soul origin is. Okay, this card already jumping, so I'm going to keep it there. And this is the bottom of the deck. I'm going to keep it here as well. So let's start. This one doesn't want to be seen. And the bottom of the deck. Okay, interesting. So because we're talking about your magical DNA and your abilities and your soul origin, so this card, Balaam, is the first known demon or the first known king that was worshipped during ancient times, especially in ancient Mesopotamia and in Akkadian like languages. They have a lot of knowledge about him, and a lot of people mentioned his name. So your magical DNA, your soul origin, is from these forgotten ancient civilizations, from ancient Mesopotamia for sure. Because you have all of these cards that have, like, you see, this is the Balaam or the Baal. So he is the center, and on the right and on the left there is number 5 and number 5. So to me, these numbers, and having, like, you see 2 horses here and the lion, so the animal like power in you. So it means you have this animal crazy intuition when you can predict a lot of things just by the feel that you have, sometimes like this gut feeling inside of you. So it tells me that one of your biggest powers is scrying. So you can do like mirror scrying or smoke scrying or mirror scrying, and definitely you can do, like, for example, runes, bones, anything that you have to gaze in. Crystal scrying as well for sure, like black obsidian, mirror would be amazing for you to try and practice, because this is the power, like you can see and predict the future. So if you never tried any type of scrying, you can even start with candle wax reading, because it's very easy, and this is a type of scrying as well, because you're scrying on the water. Another thing that comes to me, because you see you have Astaroth here, and he is one of the major demons, and everything here about this, all the demons that came to you, like in this reading and showing their faces, all of them talking about summoning. All of them represent the summoning abilities. So you can summon any demon you want. You are amazing at invoking demons. So even if you use, for example, tarot or runes or pendulum, you are definitely using it through the power of demons. Another thing that I can see in these cards, because this is like animal intuition, and sometimes it also talks about animal fears. So I think something that you subconsciously scared of, something that you always fascinated by and you love to watch it, but you're so scared to try, this is your biggest power. And I think you know what I'm talking about, because this is something that you love to watch, but you will never try. For some people it's Ouija board, for some people it's summoning demons actually, for some people it's talking to the dead. So whatever it is you're scared of, it's one of your biggest powers. Talking about you, I would say that you are half demon and half human. This is your origin. That's why you're so attracted to darkness. That's why you're so open to the underworld. And that's why you're so fascinated by demons and occult and everything that is normal people would find like scary or weird. And this is because this is who you are. So you have demon, have human, and everything that is darkness is your domain. Your power comes from domain, from the darkness, and the source of your power is from the underworld. So prediction, like seeing the future, even fortune telling, and summoning demons and using them, like becoming a medium, this is something who you are, and this is something that your soul been doing for centuries, and this is something that she's still good at. So you definitely need to try that. This is who you are, and you are half demon. So such a cool power, I would say, and such an amazing abilities, and connection with the darkness. It's one of the greatest ones, because everything that you do comes super easy, because darkness is beautiful, but it's powerful, so it works faster. So if you want to learn something, for you it's going to be faster than for anyone else. So make sure whatever it is you're drawn to, learn it and practice it on a daily basis, because it actually can help you with anything that you desire and anything that you want to achieve in this lifetime. Okay, now guys, for those ones who felt drawn to this pile number 2, let's see what's yours, magical DNA. And this is going to be the bottom of the deck. And let's see what's here. Okay, you guys are witches, mages, occultists. You are the ones who are supposed to practice witchcraft. This is the card that you see represents a witch, and it's like it depicts the witch as she's supposed to be, or he's supposed to be, with the wand, like a magical wand, and the cat that represents familiar, the flowers, the throne in open air. So you're working with nature, you have magical abilities, supernatural abilities since the day you were born. Probably you are unlucky in love, because if you want to connect with someone, this person is supposed to have the same powers and abilities as you as well. So you see here, it's supposed to be someone who is ambitious like you, who is magical like you, who is like a free spirit, someone crazy enough to understand you and take you for who you are and accept you with like everything that comes. So also, when it comes to you, the source of your power comes from ancient times. Your magical DNA literally starts from ancient Egypt. From ancient Egypt, where you used to be reincarnated many times, and you used to practice witchcraft, and you've been an oracle to talk to pharaohs and gods. And then next reincarnation was right away to ancient Rome and ancient Greece. You practice like all of the reincarnations that you had, always you've been practicing witchcraft and doing spell works and doing different types of readings. And this is something that you're still supposed to do, and this is something who you are, and that's why you actually so drawn to watching tarot readings online. That's why you're probably watching me, because everything I do you can do as well. So regardless of your gender, you are a born witch, because for me witch is a genderless. So you have magical abilities, and you've been practicing for so many centuries. So I think in this reincarnation, in this lifetime, you're supposed to continue practicing. This card, this is the bottom of your deck. So this is like the ground, so you like the foundation of your soul. It tells me that you're supposed to be practiced. If you want to have abundance, if you want to have success in this lifetime, it's supposed to come from an occult and using your supernatural abilities. If you see, this is very interesting. All of these are coins. So coins represents money in this physical realm. This is even Freemason sign, all of these logos of sacred societies. So you have the access. You've been a member of sacred societies in the past lifetimes, not even once. And if you see, the only number that is upright is 8. 8 is abundance. So for you, in order to fulfill your soul's mission, your true divine calling, you're supposed to be practicing, you're supposed to help people and guide people through what you already know and you learned in the past lives. And your soul came with a specific person to help and guide and become who you are. If you don't do this practicing, if you don't practice, if you don't become which you are, you forever gonna feel this void inside that something is missing. So pick up your tarot and start giving readings to others, because this is the only way you can see the extent of your power. When you read for yourself, probably you don't get good results because you don't see the power that you have, because there is nothing to compare and no feedback, honestly, because it's very hard for you to read for yourself. So for you, the key is to read for people, because if you see this card pool all about like other humans, so humans, people, actually they reflect your abilities and gifts, and that's why you're supposed to go out into the world and start doing readings for others. Or witchcraft, like spell works, writing spells for others, or selling some kind of like objects that are enchanted by you. Literally anything that has to do with witchcraft, this is your path. And this is where your soul comes from. You are heavily governed by ancient Egypt in this reincarnation as well. So make sure you use ancient Egyptian gods and magic practices. And even hieroglyphs could be amazing sigils for you in order to practice your abilities. So be connected with ancient Egypt as much as you can, even do some studies on it. And this is who you are. You are ancient Egyptian witch or a mage. So good luck with practicing, and good luck with going out there and sharing your gifts. Okay, let's see for those of you who've been waiting for the third pile, and let's see what's gonna come back. And let's see the bottom of your deck. And let's see what comes for you. Okay, guys, you are the most dramatic ones, the lost ones. You're still trying to figure out who you are and find your path. You're still kind of confused because you don't see, I think you are your soul comes from, definitely, like judging by the cards, your soul comes from ancient Africa, from ancient Arabia. You are influenced, like highly influenced by Arabic myth and folklores, by African magic, you're probably fascinated by dark magic, by voodoo, by alchemy. You are an alchemist, philosopher, and this is something that it's quite not trendy. So for you to find information on this, it's so difficult. That's why you're still confused about your path and who you are. And this is why you still can figure out what you're supposed to do. But your path is definitely numerology, sacred geometry, alchemy. And if you want to do some kind of divinations, it's supposed to be done through runes or through bonds. You can cast bonds and you can cast runes as well. Sigils are something important. You are good at sigils, you're good at sacred geometry, so you're supposed to do them, and this is something that's in the future going to bring you like dominance over the world and abundance for sure. This is something like that you should know, like for you, Kybalion, Hermetic principles, Emerald Tablet, philosophers, alchemists. Those are the books, teachings, and people who influence you in this world the most. This is the source of your science and your knowledge. In your past lives, you've been writing books on alchemy, you've been creating sigils, you've been creating sigils for demons as well, and sigils for magic practices. for maybe, you know, in this lifetime, if you start studying all of these subjects and all of this knowledge, you might even come across books that you wrote yourself in your past lives. So for example, if you're going to get fascinated by some kind of like 11th century alchemist who wrote a very obscure book and you just can't get enough of this book, I think 100% chance that you wrote this book, that was one of your reincarnations. And that's why in this lifetime it's so hard for you to fit in, because majority of people don't do any works on alchemy. It's so hard to find information or people who are actually sharing any knowledge on this subject. And that's why for you guys who chose this pile, it's so hard to fit in. It's so hard to find someone who is sharing the same path as you or the same like interests, because this is not trendy. This is something obscure, and it's something that not so easy to find. Even the books, if you find them, they're always written in some kind of like, you know, codes that you have to decipher. You have to get so much knowledge on numerology, on specific symbols or sigils. So it's all about like decoding and deciphering the knowledge that is already yours. For you guys, it's very important to dedicate a lot of time on studying. It could be online, it could be books, it could be watching some YouTube channel that's talking about all of the subjects and things and dogmas, but it's important for you to learn. You are the wise ones. You guys very smart. All the reincarnations you had, you dedicated your lives to studying, to getting this knowledge. So probably you're still obsessed with the human origin, with origin of these gods and all of these dogmas. You're obsessed probably with religion in a way that you want to know every religion on planet Earth to understand where does it come from. You are most likely, you are not really religious, but you're fascinated by all of these dogmas. And you guys are the ones who are still hiding. Your soul is still hiding. So even if you do past life readings or regressions, it's probably, you don't get much information, because the origin of your soul is kind of like all over the world. You've been like studying on different continents, and you guys actually not of human origin whatsoever. You came, your first reincarnation was as a god. So god from another planet. And that's why you can fit in, you always a black sheep. You don't understand human laws, you don't understand human life, nothing makes sense to you. So confusion is real. So for you guys, it's very important to not follow the flow and find your own unique path and find your own unique like future, you know. Don't try to fit in, just try to be yourself, because everyone else is taking. But good luck. You guys have like an amazing potential to become the King of Pentacles. Even though it's reversed, the card is still here. King of Pentacles is the one who is ruling the world. This is the card that represents masculine power, that someone who is driven, and regardless of the gender, this is someone who can rule, you know. Like Cleopatra, for example, would be a good representation of King of Pentacles. And you know, you have this ability to dominate the world and to rule the world and change the world and create something that is uniquely yours. So good luck with finding your path. You will find it. Just, you see the tree of material work, Three of Pentacles here. It tells me that you do supposed to work a lot. You're supposed to work maybe more than anyone from first or second pile. But this is who you are. You have the blood of gods in you, so make sure you use it wisely and make sure that you remember your origin and find it again. Okay, all of you, thank you so much for watching. All of you are magical and amazing. It was such a pleasure to do this reading for you. And good luck with everything on your magical journey and discovering who you truly are. Thank you for watching.